What's up everybody, George here from GP Lifestyle. In today's video guys, I'm going to show you how to manscape down there. This is a serious video and I will do my best to keep it as professional as possible. Let's get into it. Now before we get into it, there are a couple tools that we will need for our manscaping tutorial. The first thing that we're going to need is a beard or dedicated body groomer. Now these are great for general areas such as armpits, chest hair, leg hair, arm hair, and pubic hair. These do a great job at removing the overall bulk. It's an essential tool to have. The second thing that you will need is a cartridge razor because cartridge razors are safe. You won't cut yourself because of the rubberized guards and at the fixed angle that you have the blades on. It is just safe. No blood. I promise you that. The third and final thing that you will need is a loofah to exfoliate your skin. You'll see why later. Now I'll be sure to leave a link down in the description below if you guys are interested in picking up any of the items that I use, and these are affiliate links, so if you do click the link and make a purchase, you do end up supporting the channel. But these are all items I personally use, so I can vouch for them. Now in this tutorial I will be covering 4 areas: your pubic hair, your penis hair, your balls, and the area between your asshole and your balls. I'm gonna call it no man's land. Now starting it off with the pubic hair, you do not want to shave or use any Nair or creams down there that remove hair. Reason why you don't want to shave is that, funny story, when I was younger, about 13, 14 at a time, it was summer here in Toronto. It was like 33 degrees, it was puberty, it stunk down there. I shaved it all off and it was smooth, it was cool, I didn't sweat, it didn't stink. But the problem was a few days later, it started to burn like hell. You only make the mistake once and you never do it again. What you want to do is you just want to use your grooming tool. Take off the length attachment and just go bald. The best thing here is that it won't burn and itch when it grows back because that hair is already through the skin. Now some benefits of grooming your pubic hair is that you look more presentable because if you trim the hedges, the tree looks bigger, as the old proverb says. It doesn't stink, it doesn't generate more moisture, and overall it is more pleasurable during intercourse. Now simply in order to do this, you want to do it when you're on dry skin. Don't do it in the shower because you can have hairs pull and snag and it could mess up your grooming tool. Now what I personally recommend is stay between the borders of your penis and your balls so you don't end up cutting yourself, because the teeth on this grooming tool that I use from Braun, they're pretty wide, and a lot of grooming tools do have fairly wide teeth, and if your skin gets into there and it pulls and snags, you will cut yourself and will bleed, and I don't want that. I need you to look handsome and not like a cut up mess. Now personally for me, I actually trim a little bit of my leg hair around my genitals because they get a little long and I just think it looks a bit more presentable if you take a bit of the bulk out. Simply attach the grooming tool length attachment and go at it. You don't have to completely shave your legs or completely go mountain man, but I personally think it's important to take some of the bulk out in order to look a bit better, and it also help with sweating and perspiration later on. Now on to the PP. Now what a lot of guys don't realize is that you can get hair on your penis. Most likely it's on the back of your penis close to your balls. I hope this video doesn't get flagged for inappropriate content. This is grooming, and what I personally recommend here is to use a cartridge razor to shave the back of your penis. You don't want to go ahead and use a grooming tool or any other kind of thing that cuts hair, even scissors, because you again can cut yourself. The problem with using a grooming tool is that, again, the teeth are so wide and the skin down there, it's delicate, it's thin, there's a lot of nerve endings down there, and if it pinches and cuts you, it is going to bleed like hell and it is going to hurt even worse. So what I personally recommend doing is when you're in the shower, get all hot, warmed up, grab your wee-wee, put it against you, and just shave the back of your penis. Shave the back of your penis. Yes, it'll remove the hair, it won't cut, it won't burn, and you'll have the water there to make sure that there is no unnecessary friction, tugging, or pulling. Now, when it comes to grooming your balls, don't ever use an open guard grooming tool down there, because like I said, those teeth are huge, and when those teeth are that big, the skin on your testicles is fairly thin and fairly delicate, unlike other parts of your body. So they have a higher probability of getting caught on between those teeth and it shredding your balls like it's ground beef at a burger restaurant. Oh God, that's happened to me once, and it was a small cut. It wasn't a completely shredded emergency room testicle reconstruction surgery, but it was enough for me to learn not to make that mistake twice. The thing you want to use is a cartridge razor because you can't cut yourself because of the multiple blades, the angle of the blades are set, and the rubberized guard. Now personally, you want to shave your nuts in the shower because again, that water is going to loosen up the skin, it's going to loosen up that hair, it's going to be a lot easier for you to get at it. What I personally recommend doing is to get most of the bulk out the way, pick your wee-wee up, get it out the way, and shave one direction at a time, north to south. Do not go against the grain because again, higher probability of cutting yourself, and you can get an ingrown hair down there. Don't do that, for the love of God. And don't go east to west because again, you can cut yourself brutally. Another thing you want to make sure is that seam that divides your left testicle from the right testicle, go over it. Skip it and stay away from it. Stay away from that because that skin is a bit thicker and it's not even because of the division of your two testicles, and you can cut yourself there and it can suck. Now once you get the majority of the bulk out of the way, what I personally recommend you do is just like your wee-wee, pick up your nuts, put them against your body and shave the back of your nuts. This is going to ensure that you get the most amount of hairs out the way, and then you're pretty much set. You're not gonna, I've noticed that when I groom my testicles, I don't get all the hairs, but I do get like 90% of the bulk out, and for me, that's enough. The great benefits of grooming your balls is, again, they look more presentable, they don't contribute to swamp ass and a smelly crotch, and overall, it's more pleasurable for your girl. Think about somebody more than yourself for once. Now lastly, it comes to the area between your nuts and your butthole. That is an important area because that's where your underwear sits, and that's where the majority of the BO and swamp crotch comes from. What I personally recommend here doing is to completely shave it off. Again, that skin down there, it is sensitive because there is a lot going on there. You have your nuts right there and you have your legs right beside each other, and if you were to get a grooming tool going in there, you're going to pinch a lot of different types of skin and you may not get all the hairs. I personally recommend just shave that entire area off. This one may contribute to a little bit of irritation when it starts growing bad because you will be walking, there will be some chafing and some scraping going on there, but honestly it's not too bad, and if you do a good job with the tip coming up, it shouldn't be any problem. This area is so important because it completes a nice look. You don't have an ugly fucking, I'm gonna call it death trail going from your nuts to your butt, and then again it just cuts back on odor, cuts back on perspiration, and overall just looks and that makes you feel a lot better. Last thing we're gonna need to do is exfoliate, because just like when you shave your face or any other part of your body, you need to take care of that skin, because when you go at it, there's a lot of friction buildup. You irritate the skin, and you need to exfoliate it in order to keep the skin moisturized to help prevent any irritation and prevent ingrown hairs. And the easiest way that you can do this is to just use a loofah. Now loofahs, what they do is when you put in your body wash, they help actually to activate the body wash, help it foam up a little more and actually do what it is meant to do. And personally, I think whenever you do this manscaping tutorial, always go with a body wash into these areas, and with a loofah, really give it a good scrub to remove any dead skin cells, get any excess leftover hairs out the way that didn't fall into the shower drain. And it'll just help you feel cleaner, better, and it'll ultimately set you up for the next few days so you won't have any itching, any irritation, and any ingrown hairs. There you guys have it, how to manscape your junk without cutting yourself. I managed to get through this video staying as serious as possible, providing the best advice I could. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment your opinion, questions, thoughts down below. Subscribe if you're new here, because I'm doing my best here to post 2 videos a week to help you become the best version of yourself through style, grooming, dating and relationship advice, and other useful information. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.